4. 4 is the first eigenvalue. So first we are going to find out the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda equal to 4. So how will you find this eigenvector? We need to solve the homogeneous system a minus lambda I of x equal to 0. So what will be a minus lambda I? Here lambda equal to 4. A minus lambda I means subtract lambda from the diagonal entries of A. So what we will get when we subtract 4 from the diagonal entries of A? So it will be lambda equal to 4. So 0 minus 0 minus 4, which is minus 4, 2, 4, 2 minus 4, that is minus 2. Okay. Into xy equal to 0, 0. So this one is a homogeneous system. So now we need to find out the eigenvector. To find the eigenvector, we have to solve this homogeneous linear equation. So we can solve this homogeneous system by reducing it into echelon form. So we can use the operation R2 changes to R2 plus R1. So this becomes minus 4 to 0, 0. So rank equal to 1, which is less than number of variables. So there are infinitely many solutions. So to find a solution, we will identify the free variable. Which one is the free variable here?
Y.
Y is the free variable. So we will substitute some values for y. So put y equal to 1. So from the first row, that will be minus 4x plus 2y equal to 0. So if y equal to 1, it will be minus 4x plus 2 equal to 0. That implies minus 4x equal to minus 2. So x equal to 2 by 4, which is same as 1 by 2. So if y equal to 1, we will get x as 1 by 2. Okay, we can actually avoid this fraction by giving y as 2. So to avoid the fraction, I am substituting y as 2. So it will be so we will get x is equal to 1. So the vector will be xy equal to 1, 2. So this will be the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda equal to 4. Okay. So now there is one more eigenvalue for this matrix, lambda equal to minus 2. So also we need to find out the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to minus 2. Here again, we have to solve a minus lambda I of x equal to 0. Here lambda equal to minus 2. So we have to subtract minus 2 from the diagonal entries of A. So what is A minus lambda I when lambda equal to minus 2? Subtract minus 2 from the diagonal entries. So 0 minus minus 2 and 2 minus minus 2. So it will be minus minus 2, which is plus 2. 2 to 4, 4. That will be A minus lambda. Now reduce it into echelon form. Which operation we can use? R2 changes to R2 minus 2 R1. So this becomes 2 to 2 to 0 0. So again rank is equal to 1, which is less than number of variables. So here there is only one free variable, and what is that free variable? That free variable will be y, and substitute some values for y. So I am giving y equal to 1. So from the first row we will get 2x plus 2y equal to 0. That implies 2x plus 2 into 1, 2 equal to 0, which implies x equal to minus 1. So we got the value of x. So what is the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to minus 2? Which will be the vector xy, that is equal to minus 1, 1. Okay. So the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 4 will be the vector 1 2, and the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to minus 2, that will be the vector minus 1 1. Okay, so now we can move on to a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, consider this matrix A equal to 1 minus 3 3, 3 minus 5 3, 6 minus 6 4. So we have already find out the eigenvalues of this matrix. You can see that the eigenvalues are minus 2 and 4. Minus 2 and 4 are the eigenvalues of this matrix. So the question is to find out the eigenvectors. So we know the eigenvalues, which are minus 2 and 4. So corresponding to minus 2 we can find eigenvectors, and also corresponding to 4 we can find eigenvectors. So I'm going to find out the eigenvector corresponding to minus 2 first. So how will we find the eigenvector? We will solve a minus lambda I of x equal to 0. So here a minus lambda I is what? Lambda equal to minus 2. So subtract minus 2 from the diagonal entries. So the diagonal entries will be 1 minus 2, sorry, 1 minus minus 2, minus 5, minus minus 2, 4 minus minus 2. And the remaining elements will be same, minus 3, 3, 3, 3, 6, minus 6. Okay, so this matrix will be 1 minus minus 2, which is 3, minus 5 minus minus 2, that is minus 5 plus 2, which is equal to minus 3. 4 minus minus 2, which is 6. Okay, so that will be a minus lambda I into x. Okay, this capital X will be x, y, z, because it is a 3 by 3 matrix. So we have three variables x, y, z, which is equal to 0 0. So this will be a homogeneous system. So now we need to find out the solution of this homogeneous system. So what is the next step? We have to reduce this matrix into echelon form. Okay, how can we reduce it into echelon form? You can see that in each row there is a common factor. So first of all, I am going to cancel this common factor from each of these rows. So the operations will be R1 changes to R1 times 1 by 3, R2 changes to R2 times 1 by 3, and R3 changes to R3 times 1 by 3. So the matrix will be 1 minus 1 1.
The last 1 by 6.
Yeah, it is 1 by 6. Okay. So the second row will be 1 minus 1 1, and the third row, that will be, again it will be 1 minus 1 1. Now we can use the operations. R2 changes to R2 minus R1, and R3 changes to R3 minus R1. So this will become 1 minus 1 1 0 0 0. The last row is also 0. So now what? This matrix is in echelon form, and the rank equal to 1, which is less than number of variables. So there are infinitely many solutions. To find the solution, so what is the rank of this matrix? Rank equal to 1, and which is less than number of variables. Okay, so to find a solution, we need to find out the free variables. What are the free variables here?
Y,
There are two free variables,
Y and Z.
y and z. Z are the free variables. Okay. Okay. So we got two free variables. We know that what is called independent vectors. We have learned about independent vectors. Here we got two free variables, so we can find two independent eigenvectors. So we can find two independent eigenvectors corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda equal to -2, because we got two free variables. So how can we find these two independent eigenvectors? So I am going to find out two vectors. The first one can be find out by substituting y equal to 1 and z equal to 0. And the second one can be obtained by substituting y equal to 0 and z equal to 1. So to find a solution, what we are doing is we are substituting arbitrary values for the free variables. Here there are two free variables, so we can find two linearly independent eigenvectors. To find these two linearly independent eigenvectors, I am going to substitute, to find the first independent eigenvector, I am going to substitute y equal to 1 and z equal to 0. And to find the second linearly independent eigenvector, I am going to substitute y equal to 0 and z equal to 1. So if we put y equal to 1 and z equal to 0, then what will be the value of x? From the first row in the echelon form, the equation corresponding to the first row is x minus y plus z equal to 0. So from this, y equal to 1 and z equal to 0. So that will be x minus 1 equal to 0. So we will get x equal to 1. Okay. So one eigenvector x, y, z equal to 1, 1, 0. That is one eigenvector corresponding to that eigenvalue, and the other eigenvector can be obtained by substituting y equal to 0 and z equal to 1. So the equation is x minus y plus z equal to 0. Substitute y equal to 0 and z equal to 1. So x minus 0 plus 1 equal to 0. So x equal to what? Minus 1. Okay. So here x, y, z will be minus 1, 0, 1. So these are two independent eigenvectors corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda equal to minus 2. So here we are finding two independent eigenvectors because we got two free variables. Okay. So if we are getting free variables, we have to find out three independent eigenvectors. If we are getting 5 free variables, we have to find 5 independent eigenvectors. Here we got two independent eigenvectors, two free variables. So we are finding two independent eigenvectors. So also these two independent eigenvectors are corresponding to lambda equal to minus 2. There is one more eigenvalue lambda equal to 4. So next is, so corresponding to minus 2, what are the eigenvectors? The eigenvectors are, we got two independent eigenvectors which are 1, 1, 0 and minus 1, 0, 1. Okay, now we need to find out eigenvector corresponding to the next eigenvalue. What is the next eigenvalue? The next eigenvalue is 4. Okay. So how will you find the eigenvector corresponding to 4? A minus lambda I of x equal to 0. So we need to solve this homogeneous system. Here lambda equal to 4. So subtract 4 from the diagonal entries of A. So we need to subtract 4 from the diagonal entries. So that will be, the diagonal entries will become 1 minus 4, minus 5 minus 4, and 4 minus 4. Right. Into xyz equal to 0, 0. So it will be minus 3 minus 3, 3, 3 minus 9, 3, 6 minus 6, 0. So we can avoid the common factors. In each row we can see that there is a common factor 3. In the third row there is a common factor 6. So R1 changes to R1 times 1 by 3. R2 changes to R2 times 1 by 3. And R3 changes R3 times 1 by 6. So that will be minus 1 minus 1 1, 1 minus 3 1, 1 minus 1 0. So now we can reduce this into echelon form. So R2 changes to R2 minus R1 and R2 plus R1, and R3 changes to R3 plus R1. So that will be minus 1 minus 1 1, 0, minus 4 2, 0, minus 2, 1. Okay. Okay, what is the next operation?
R3 becomes R3, 2R3 plus R2.
2R3 plus, is it plus or minus?
Minus.
It is R3 changes to R3, 2R3 minus R. So it will be minus 1, minus 1, 1, 0, minus 4, 2, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Here you can see that the rank is equal to 2, which is less than number of variables. So we can find infinite solution. So identify the free variable. Which one is the free variable?
Z.
Z is the free variable. So here only one free variable is there. So we need to find out only one independent eigenvector. Okay. So put Z equal to some values. Put Z equal to 1. Or you can give any values. To avoid the fraction, I am giving Z equal to 2. So I am giving Z equal to 2. So minus 4y plus 2z equal to 0 from R2. The corresponding equation is minus 4y plus 2z equal to 0. So if z equal to 2, it will be, so y equal to 1. And also we will get the value of x using the first row. The corresponding equation will be minus x minus y plus z equal to 0. So what is the value of x? X equal to 1. So the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 4 will be equal to xyz, which is equal to x is equal to 1, y equal to 1, and z equal to 2. That will be the eigenvector corresponding to 4. So in this example, there are two eigenvalues. What are the eigenvalues? The eigenvalues are minus 2 and 4. And the eigenvector corresponding to minus 2, there are two free variables. So there are two independent eigenvectors corresponding to minus 2, which are 1 1 0 and minus 1 0 1. And corresponding to the eigenvalue 4, we got only one free variable. So there exists only one independent eigenvector, and that independent eigenvector will be which will be 1 1 2. Okay. So in the last class, we discussed about what is called algebraic multiplicity. There is one more term called geometric multiplicity. Geometric multiplicity of an eigenvalue. Suppose k is an eigenvalue. K is an eigenvalue of a matrix A. That the geometric multiplicity of k, which is denoted by small m k, which will be the number of linearly independent eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue k. So what was algebraic multiplicity? algebraic multiplicity of k. If k is an eigenvalue, then algebraic multiplicity is denoted by capital Mk, which is the power of lambda minus k. The power of lambda minus k in the characteristic polynomial. That is called algebraic multiplicity. And what is geometric multiplicity? Geometric multiplicity is the number of independent eigenvectors corresponding to that eigenvalue k. So consider the same example which we have discussed. The matrix, this matrix has two eigenvalues, which are the eigenvalues -2 and 4. Okay, so -2 and 4 are the eigenvalues. And what is the geometric multiplicity corresponding to -2? That is denoted by m minus 2. M minus 2 will be, we got two independent eigenvectors. So m minus 2 will be 2. Because we got two free variables, so we can find two independent eigenvectors. So the geometric multiplicity of -2 will be 2, and the geometric multiplicity of 4, m4. We got only one independent eigenvector. That is, we got one free variable. So that will be equal to 1. Okay. Okay, we can do one more question. A equal to 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 4. Okay, the question is to find the eigenvalues. Okay, find characteristic polynomial eigenvalues, then eigenvectors, algebraic multiplicity, and geometric multiplicity. Find all these values. Starting from characteristic polynomial, then find out eigenvalues, then corresponding to each eigenvalue, we can find out eigenvectors, then find out the algebraic multiplicities of the eigenvalue, and also find the geometric multiplicity of these eigenvalues. So what will be the characteristic polynomial? Okay. Usually we will find the characteristic polynomial by taking minus lambda cube plus trace of a into lambda square minus of m11 plus m22 plus m33 into lambda plus determinant of a. This is how we find the characteristic polynomial, right? But in this question, we don't have to use that method to find the characteristic polynomial, because if you look at this matrix is an upper triangular matrix. Okay, upper triangular means the entries, if the entries below the diagonals are 0, then we will say that upper triangular. So this matrix is actually upper triangular. And what is lower triangular? A matrix set is said to be in lower triangular if the entries above the diagonal, if entries above the diagonal is 0, then it will be lower triangular matrix. If entries below the diagonal are 0, then it will be an upper triangular matrix. So there is a result. If A is upper triangular or lower triangular, if A is either upper triangular or lower triangular, then the eigenvalues are precisely same as the diagonal entries. Okay, So that is the result if A is if the given matrix is an upper triangular or lower triangular matrix, the eigenvalues is nothing but the diagonal entries of that matrix. So here in this example, it is an upper triangular matrix. So what we can say, what are the eigenvalues of this matrix? What are the eigenvalues? What are the diagonal entries? Diagonal entries are 1 and 4. So the eigenvalues are 1 and 4. Okay. So we got the eigenvalues without finding the characteristic polynomial. Okay. In the question, also we need to find out the characteristic polynomial. So if we know the eigenvalues are 1 and 4. Then what will be the characteristic polynomial? It will be so look at the diagonal entries. One is repeating two times. Okay. And 4 is repeating only one time. So we have to write it as lambda minus 1 the whole square into lambda minus 4. That will be the characteristic polynomial. Because look at the diagonal entries of a 1 repeats 2 times. So you have to take the power as 2 for lambda minus 1 and 4 is repeating only one time. So we got the characteristic polynomial and also the eigenvalues. And what will be the algebraic multiplicity? Also we can find the algebraic multiplicity. Algebraic multiplicity of the eigenvalue 1. That is denoted by m1. What will be m1? It will be
2.
2. And m4. M4 will be, that will be 1. So we got the algebraic multiplicity also. The next one is we need to find out the eigenvectors and also the geometric multiplicity. Okay. So to find the eigenvector. So first of all, I am going to find out the eigenvector corresponding to the first eigenvalue, which is 1. Okay. So we need to solve a minus lambda a of x equal to 0. So subtract 1 from the diagonal entries of a. So it will be, the given matrix is 1 1 0 0 1 1 and 0 0 4. So to find a minus lambda I, where lambda equal to 1, subtract 1 from the diagonal entries. So that matrix will be 1 minus 1 0. It will be 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 3. So now find the solution. Is it in echelon form? The leading coefficient. It is not in echelon form. So we have to apply an operation. Which operation? The entries below the first leading coefficient is 0. So we have to mark the second leading coefficient and make the below entry as 0. So what is that operation?
R3 becomes R3 minus 3
R R3.
R3 minus 3 R2.
Yeah, R3 minus 3 R2. So it will be 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0. Now it is in echelon form. So uh, what is the rank? Rank equal to 2. And which one is the free variable? There is only one free variable. And what is that free variable?
Z.
Okay. Z is not the free variable here.
X.
X is the free variable. What is actually free variable? Look at the columns at which there is no leading coefficient. Look at the first column. First column doesn't have a leading coefficient. So the free variable is the variable which represents the first column, which is actually X, not Z. Okay. So here the free variable is X. So we have to substitute arbitrary value for X. So I'm giving X equal to 1. So from the second row, from R2, the corresponding equation is what? 0x plus 0y plus z equal to 0. So from R2 we will get z equal to 0, and from R1 0x plus 1y plus 0z equal to 0. So we will get y equal to 0 from R1. So the vector will be xyz equal to 1 0 0. That will be the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda equal to 1. So here we got only one free variable. So what is the geometric multiplicity of the eigenvalue 1, which is denoted by m1? M1 is equal to 1. Okay, so we got only one independent eigenvector, and that eigenvector is xyz equal to 1 0 0. 1 0 0 is the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda equal to 1. So next is we need to find out the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 4. Okay, so what will be okay, we need to solve a minus lambda I of x equal to 0. Here lambda equal to 4. So the matrix will be subtract 4 from the diagonal entries. So which will be minus 3 0. So actually this one is in echelon form. It is in echelon form itself. So we don't have to reduce it into echelon form. So rank equal to 2, which is less than number of variables. Here the free variable is what? Mark the leading coefficient. Look at the column at which there is no leading coefficient. The third column doesn't have a leading coefficient, so z is the free variable. So substitute some values for z. So I'm giving z as z equal to, you can give any values. I'm giving z as 3 because if we put z equal to 1, there will obtain some fractions. So avoid the fraction. I'm giving z as 3. So from R2, the equation will be minus 3y plus z equal to 0. So that implies minus 3y plus 3 equal to 0, which means minus 3y equal to minus 3. So y equal to 1. So we got y equal to 1. And from the first row, First row corresponding equation is minus 3x plus y equal to 0. But here we got y equal to 1. So minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So minus 3x equal to minus 1, x equal to 1 by 3. Here also we got fraction. So actually the vector we are getting is x, y, z equal to x equal to 1 by 3, y equal to 1 and z equal to 3. This is also an eigenvector. If we need to avoid the factor, multiply throughout by 3. So if you multiply throughout by 3, we will get 139. So 139 is the eigenvector. Or you can write it as 1 by 3, 1, 3. Both are same. Okay. So x, y, z equal to 1 by 3, 1, 3 or 139. This will be the independent eigenvector. Only independent eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda equal to 4. Okay. So what is the geometric multiplicity? M4. M4 equal to 1 because the number of free variable is 1. Here in this example, we got only one free variable. So we got all the answers for our question. The characteristic polynomial, which was lambda minus 1 the whole square into lambda minus 4. The eigenvalues are 1 and 4. Eigenvectors. Okay. Before that, what is the algebraic multiplicity? M1 equal to 2 and M4 equal to 1. And we got the eigenvector. Eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 1 will be 1, 0, 0. Okay. And the eigenvector corresponding to 4, that will be 139. Then geometric multiplicity. Geometric multiplicity of the eigenvalue 1, which will be 1. So here you can see that algebraic multiplicity of 1 is 2, but the geometric multiplicity of 1 is 1. So it need not be true that geometric multiplicity is same as algebraic multiplicity. Here in this example, the algebraic multiplicity of 1 is not equal to the algebraic multiplicity of 1. But there is a relation between geometric multiplicity and algebraic multiplicity. This geometric multiplicity is always less than or equal to algebraic multiplicity. Okay. So in this example, the given matrix is an upper triangular matrix. So if the question is not an upper triangular matrix or lower triangular matrix, first of all we need to find out the characteristic polynomial by using the shortcut method, and then find the roots to get the eigenvalues, then to find the eigenvectors, solve the homogeneous system. So there are so many steps to get into the eigenvectors of the given matrix. Okay. So have you understood it?